Roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Thursday Night Football was on Amazon Prime, but I know Prime delivers in 2 days, but they didn't deliver on that broadcast. I didn't like the broadcast much at all. I thought the quality of the stream was horrible. Multiple people reported that the stream timed out on them in the fourth quarter, which happened to me too. I had to go back out and restart in the fourth quarter. I tried the Prime Vision feed, which is supposed to give these next-gen stats and overlays and stuff. Those stats were worthless. I'm thinking they're going to give real-time stats of the game. Like if someone runs the ball, you can see their stats for the game or something like that. They're talking about the Chargers were fourth in sacks in 2021, which is an okay stat after a sack, but they were leaving on the screen for like 8 downs, and it took up so much of the screen at the bottom. I don't need to know the Chargers were fourth in sacks in 2021 for that long, for 2 minutes of the game. And when they did show real-time stats, it was off to the side and on the right, and it wasn't very detailed. I mean, you tell me a quarterback has 55 yards, but is he 5 for 5? Is he 5 for 7? Don't just tell me a quarterback has 55 yards passing. I mean, so I thought that Prime dropped the ball. I'm sure that they'll improve and get better as things progress. But to me, this was a clear case of someone who is not a football person designing this whole ordeal. And I don't know if you fellas checked it out or checked it out on the level that I did, but I was very disappointed.
No,
I was disappointed too. But Rory, you can go ahead.
No, I was gonna say with the Prime Video, I didn't realize that they was on Prime Video until I got ready to watch the game. I was pissed off because I know they was talking that Prime Video stuff all off season, but the Thursday night game that opened the season, the Rams and the Bills, was on the NFL Network like it always was. So now I gotta try to download the app to my TV because I have it on the phone, but I had to download it to my TV. I didn't know the password, so I had to get it from Amanda, and man, it was just crazy. I missed like the first 8 minutes of the game trying to get that right, and it was like, I don't like all this stuff. They need to put these games on regular TV. I understand that people are buying into these networks and guys that got the big money and all that, but I don't like how the setup is. Now, just like I'm watching the games I gotta watch them on the phone because I work on Sunday. Now I'm looking here, the app is crashing all over the place, and it seems like that's the thing with the Direct TV. The app has been crashing.
Yeah, the app is no good.
The app's no
man,
good.
It's
It worked better the first year or two when they put it out than it has in the last 3 or 4 years. It is not reliable at all.
The first
Now, if you go to the NFL, if you go to the NFL app and watch it on NFL Plus, if you can get it on NFL Plus, it's not bad.
But that's only going to show the local game.
That's only going to have
access to every game.
Yeah. See, I was able to access the game through that.
So
to see my team or whatever, that can be hard. They gonna have that Jets and Giants and Philly and all that stuff on everywhere. But
on the East Coast,
out of market games, it get difficult.
Yeah, I don't like what Prime did. I hope they get better. Next year, the Sunday Ticket's going to be on some other streaming app. DirecTV, this is the last year for DirecTV. So it's going to be on a streaming app next year. I don't really look forward to that because even though I know they can do really nice things with the the next gen overlays and stuff like that, they rarely do a good job. They rarely do a good
No.
job. DirecTV, I will give them credit for this as far as their broadcast over the satellite. I can have whenever a player on my fantasy team makes a play, I get stats down at the bottom. I like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that comes through
Yeah.
now on the phone.
Yeah, so you can track up to 20 players, and you can pull up different little stats and things. So I like the interactivity that they offer on their Red Zone channel and things of that nature on their broadcast. I don't use the phone app if I can help it, unless it's an emergency. I understand Ray has to because he's at work, but I don't use it unless I have to because it's always something wrong. I know for 2 years they told me that I was logged into my account. And I'm like, I'm not logged into my account. I'm the only one that has it. I'm not logged into my account. So I had problems for the longest. But as far as Prime is concerned, there were a lot of people who didn't watch the game. Okay, like my mother-in-law is a football fan. She couldn't watch the game. Okay, she doesn't have Prime, so I got to take a Fire Stick over there, in a couple of days just to make sure she's able to see the Steelers game. She's a Steelers fan, and
Oh boy,
so I mean,
not another one of those.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
but yeah, man. So I don't like the fact that you can't see it locally. I feel like it should still be a broadcast on one of the regular, networks.
Like what ABC is doing with Monday Night Football. Like the last two games, the first two games of this season, they've had them on ESPN, ABC,
Right,
ESPN2,
and
ESPN Plus.
they won't always do that, but it's a nice option.
Yeah.
And
It's a nice option.
my dad doesn't watch Monday Night Football anymore because he doesn't have cable. He's stingy, but he doesn't have cable, so he doesn't watch Monday Night Football anymore and everything unless it is a simulcast with ABC. So it's like, and we see this with all kinds of technology, like they're doing away with flip phones and stuff of that nature. They won't touch phones. They want every phone to connect to the internet so they can steal your data and all that stuff and sell you stuff. And it's like they're saying to everybody that's over the age of 60, just go somewhere and die. We don't need you. We don't care if you can't use our phones. We don't care if you can't watch sports or whatever the situation is. Either you learn how to do stuff the new way or you're irrelevant. And I just think it's kind of sad. I just don't think you can do people like that. You got to have options. Even if they have to pay for them,
Yep.
give them options.
Yep.